Howdy do! So recently with Overwatch coming out, a lot of hype went down over that game, and on most timelines on Twitter you saw "I'm in" and then radio silence. But there was one tweet that stood out because it pretty much, by this Twitter account, went along the lines as you can see, Disney bought Riot from Tencent, and holy moly, that might be news that shook up people if it wasn't for the fact they're all absorbed in Overwatch, which I'm happy. Overwatch seems fun, it seems great, but the whole point of this tweet, it was a joke, it wasn't real, was to try to see if they could stab at the hype and see where everybody had went, because everybody was just gone. And no, it didn't work. But it made me thought, and make this video to ask the question to you guys, hey, what do you think it would look like if Disney had bought Riot Games from Tencent? What do you think the changes would be? And these are just a few of the things I think that would happen to get the conversation started. First of all, League of Legends in Disneyland. There'd be a Disneyland portion of the park dedicated to League of Legends. We got life-size towers, life-size Summoner's Rift, and measles. Why not? Because that's a thing. Also, there'd probably be a Mickey Mouse Twitch skin coming at some point. Now, I can't do Mickey Mouse's voice very well, forgive me for this, but you know, you could imagine like Mickey Mouse like taglines for like Twitch's stuff, like, "What doesn't kill you just isn't finished yet," or whatever. That wasn't a good Mickey Mouse, whatever. You get the idea though, right? Also, minions would bust out in song and dance like every 5 minutes. You could not push a lane or get nothing done because they would always break into some sort of musical. It'd just be like, "We are the minions going to lane and you can't win us without us getting slain." Like, it kind of seemed to be like a depressing musical, and that's not really Disney, so I don't know how that would work. But you get the idea. Like, you'd be trying to 1v1 somebody, like you're Vayne versus Lucian, and all of a sudden your minions, you're hoping on their damage from the cannon minions and stuff, and they're just in the back doing a song and dance, and you're like, really, right now? Now's not the time, like in most Disney movies sometimes. But hey, that'd be a thing. Also, Lucian would get Senna back, because that's also not a happy ending. He'd get Senna back from the Shadow Man, who Thresh had teamed up with down in New Orleans, from the Princess and the Frog, because that would definitely be pretty much essentially fanfictions. Fanfictions would be a thing if Disney bought Riot. All those like theories and stuff, they'd come true. Lysandra would take off her, "Hey, I'm a hammerhead, I think, you know, crown thing off." It would be Elsa. It'd be Elsa from the darkest timeline where wherever the heck village they stay in stayed frozen forever. And as such, at the end of ARAM now, if you wait after the defeat or victory screen, Let It Go would just start playing like infinitely, and it just would not go away. Sona would 1v1 Ursula and finally get her voice back, but also just get a voice. And then finally, of course, obviously, Kingdom Hearts 3 would have to be delayed because they have to put a League of Legends world in it. There'd be a Fishbone style Keyblade because I'm biased that Jinx is the best champion, so obviously it'd be Fishbones, maybe Pow Pow the minigun. But my point is, that would be a thing also. But on a slightly more serious note, to not waste any more of your time, money would probably not be an issue anymore, right? We hear all the time that Riot will say they want to improve the servers, they want to improve the spaghetti code, they want to improve the client, but they're in debt. They're in debt because they only expected about 1,000, maybe 10,000 at most people to play this game. 67 million people play this game, a lot more than they planned for, so there's a lot of things that have to be redone from the ground up that they just haven't done yet. They say they're in debt, they need money. Well, money wouldn't be an issue, so that would probably get fixed. And also cinematics and shorts, there'd probably be more of those more often. We'd probably see both them more frequently, and maybe, I won't want to say higher quality because I don't want to say the past quality of cinematics have been trash or anything, but the kind of, you know, bar they want to set with their cinematics, that's why they're so rare right now, probably would be met more often and more easier, so that would be a thing. So anyway, that's all for this video, to be honest. Thanks for watching this far if you did. That is pretty much all for this video. Life is full of little kinks, so I don't know which video will be next. But until next time, take care from the Fire God Eye FS.